Alright, wait, I just want to make sure that this is working. Hold on a second, I just want to make sure that, uh, hold on a second, I just want to make sure this is, working. Alright, so, welcome back, testing this thing on. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, welcome back to my live stream. This is Jacob Cast 2024, we're about to do my Money in the Bank review. Money in the Bank 2025 pay-per-view review, live stream. We're going to talk about what happened on the show. We're going to go through all the matches. My video has been sponsored by PlayStation. It's been sponsored by JD from New York, Solomon the Sound Off, No DQ, Good Mind Work Commentaries, Fightful, Pro Wrestling, Joe Cronin, and other favorite podcasters out there. Now, this would be like an hour. I think I'll make it like an hour and 10 minutes. We'll see how long it goes. It's up later on YouTube. While I talk about what happened on the pay-per-view tonight, I'll talk about AAA World Collide. We're going to go through the matches. I'll talk about the news and rumors. We'll talk about what happened on the show tonight. Go through, it's a very short card. 5 matches. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Please subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comment section if y'all want to see more. Now the reason why I'm doing a live stream and not on my phone, because there's some technical difficulty, something wrong with the connection. I have a bad connection here where I live in this apartment. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on, but apparently my connection's not working. Now, I did do a live stream, like a 20-minute live stream, and that was it. I showed y'all the ending of of how the show ended with R-Truth coming back. That was the big shock. Now, we had some big moments on Money in the Bank. Naomi won the Women's Money in the Bank in a great match, a fantastic opener. Naomi won the right person. She won Money in the Bank. We had Becky Lynch. She won the Women's Intercontinental Championship in a very good match. Predictable. I think we all knew she was going to win it. Her and Liv were going to continue her feud. By the way, Becky's the new champion. We had an impromptu match with Dirty Dominic against, what's his name? Obviously, it's not Joaquin Wilde, but they don't have the guy. He's on AAA. So, it was an impromptu match that they announced to be a Money in the Bank because Dominic and Liv won World Collide. And Dominic brought with one of the LWO guys. And that's how we got the match, an impromptu match. It was very short. Yeah, nobody be on the show. It was just time. It was just a filler match, just to fill in time. I think it went like 5 minutes. And Dominic retained. That was it. We got the men's ladder match. It was a very good match. Not a great at the woman, but it was very good. With Seth Rollins, LA Knight, Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable, Solo Sikoa, Andrade. Now Penta, he's not on the games. I had to use Rey Mysterio, just had the air placement. But I thought it was a very good match. LA Knight did not win. LA Knight had lost his 3rd consecutive Money in the Bank ladder match. That tells me I think he should win King of the Ring. Seth Rollins won Money in the Bank. I think it was pretty predictable. But I said this last night in my predictions. That is an automatic failed casting. If Seth Rollins teases a casting, he's not going to win. Seth Rollins is not the guy to beat Jey Uso. He's not going to win. Seth is losing. Seth Rollins, that's a failed casting. Seth Rollins is going to get screwed over by CM Punk. There was no CM Punk, no Roman Reigns, so they look kind of dumb. We don't know when Reigns is going to come back, but CM Punk was on Monday Night Raw last week. You know he's going to show up and he's going to screw over Seth Rollins. That's a failed casting. Seth Rollins is going to lose the casting. Now, we don't know what can happen if we're going to see Goldberg, but if Jey Uso beats Gunther and gets jumped by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and Seth going to cast in, CM Punk going to screw him over, we could see Roman Reigns. They weren't on here tonight. They might be saved for the Fallout show. You know Rollins are going to get screwed. It's a failed casting. And if he wins the world title successfully, who's he gonna face up with him? Punk again? I don't see Jey Uso again. Roman Reigns for the title? Reigns and Rollins doesn't need a title. It's more personal. It doesn't need a title. Why would you put Reigns in a championship match already? And who gonna win that match? I don't see Punk and Roman Reigns losing again to Seth Rollins for the championship after they lost at WrestleMania the way they did. Them getting screwed by the white man. So I'm already predicting a failed cast-in. If the rumors are true that Triple H doesn't care about Money in the Bank and doesn't care about the concept, then you might as well get rid of the pay-per-view, cancel it, and Money in the Bank. We all know it is a failed cast-in. It is a failed cast-in. Seth Rollins did not cash in successfully. He's not winning. It's a failed cast-in. But I will say, this ladder match for the men was very good. I think the other big news is that Jacob Fatu turned on Solo Sikoa. He finally turned. Jacob Fatu turned on Solo. He finally said the word Solo. I hate you. So he screwed over Solo. And that turns out the tension with him and Jacob. Now, since we didn't get Punk and Roman, we got Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb. So it looks like Triple H played it safe once again. So we got after the stare down that we got on Friday, I knew I was gonna play into this. So Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb, they came out there and they had a face-to-face with Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. They brawled for a bit. It was actually very good. Now some people thought that are they gonna help Solo? Jeff Cobb was taken out. It was just Solo in the ring with Jacob Fatu, and Fatu helped him get the ladder, and he actually pulled Solo's leg and prevented him from trying to reach the briefcase and said, I hate you. And he gave him a super kick, a small spike. He actually choked him through the table. Man, it was actually brutal. So Jacob Fatu turned on Solo, he left Solo. Did that mean is he going to leave the bloodline, or is Solo out the bloodline? We won't know until what we see on SmackDown. But anyway, Seth Rollins won. He curved off LA Knight. I was sure Knight was going to win it. Obviously, the fans were disappointed. The crowd was silent when Seth won it. They wanted LA Knight to win. They popped loud for Knight. But I guess not. I can't wait until Seth Rollins fails a cast and realize that what's the point of Money in the Bank? It's a waste. Seth Rollins is not cashing in. He's not successfully cashing in. He's not beating Jey Uso. Seth Rollins is not the guy to beat Jey Uso. And if he does win, it's a transitional thing. He's not having no long title reign. That's not. We've been there, done that with Seth Rollins. Even though he's a heel, I know last time he was a babyface, but I don't want to see him the same shit. Giving it to the same people. Seth is gonna get screwed over. CM Punk is gonna be on that show, and he's gonna screw over Seth Rollins, or we're gonna get Roman Reigns showing up. You know it's gonna happen. Because the main event of Monday Night Raw is Jey Uso and Gunther, and you know we're gonna get Seth Rollins coming out. I don't know if we are gonna get Goldberg, but if we're gonna get Seth Rollins, oh, you know that's gonna happen. So yeah. Anyway, here's the main event: Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. The match was alright. It was pretty good. How long did the match last? Like 20 minutes? Maybe 18 minutes? It felt rushed. It really did. The match felt very, very rushed. It was rushed. I thought the ending felt rushed, but it was very good. At first, it started out kind of slow, kind of boring. It started off slow, methodical, and it finally built into it. We saw the highlights, and we saw the big spot. Crowd was getting invested, they'll get into it. And then we got the big shock. R-Truth came back. R-Truth came out in a black hoodie. We all thought he was released. Was he really released? Or did they lie? And just say he was released. The contract wouldn't be renewed. But he came out. And he hit John Cena with the title. And Cody Rhodes hit the crossroads on Cena. Got the win. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes pinned John Cena. It was all to give Cody Rhodes a win back so he can look good going up against John Cena for Night of Champions. And if you think Cody was going to win it in a Saudi show on June 28th, you're an idiot. You're mistaken. Cody was not winning. The question is, how did John Cena win? Cody Rhodes is not winning. He's not. So, yeah. Yeah, so, now let me go into the other matches on this show. Probably on World Collide. And then maybe I'll probably let y'all hear some of the podcasters. Right now, the press conference is on. You know, people did chant, "We want truth" in the main event, and we finally got our truth. Now, I like that Cody Rhodes had help to beat John Cena, but it does make sense after what John Cena did to our truth. That means we're probably gonna get our truth in the ring again with John Cena. So we got Naomi in the press conference. Becky's in the press conference. We still got Big E on the pre-show, you know. Is that all the matches, or is there still more? Alright, so, hold on. We got, Denise doing a live stream.
On the post show here from Los Angeles.
Okay, come on. Now this is post wrestling.
Walking up off camera to her. Anyway, ended with there was a double devil's kiss by Becaire and Lola Vice, and then after the Atlantita was countered by Becaire, she hits the SBB pinning Dallas in 9 minutes and 37 seconds, and they were interviewed in the ring afterwards. We had Chavo Guerrero, the Street Profits, and social media influencer Foosgard, who were showing. And then Legado del Fantasma against El Hijo, the Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown, with this one going almost 15 minutes. And at this point, they are keeping track of WWE versus AAA. WWE getting the victory in this one after a Super Frankensteiner by Santos Escobar for a near fall.
Alright, now let's show you guys the no DQ.
1, 2, 3 victory. So Becky is the champion, and I'm foolish to go against the betting odds. I can tell you this, after watching this show, I need to stop going against the betting odds. The betting odds have been on point as of late. So I don't know if somebody out there has some inside information, but they've been very accurate. After the match was over, Lyra did do the right thing per the stipulation. She raised Becky's hand, but then Becky had to keep on going. She wanted her hand raised in all four corners, and then she wanted the title put around her waist by Lyra. Lyra did that, but she finally had enough. She suplexed Becky, took her out with the Nightwing, and I guess got a little bit of payback. No Bayley on this show. Maybe Bayley shows up on Raw or something, but one would think they're going to do Bayley versus Becky at Evolution. I mean, that would be a great place to do that match. I expect Becky versus Bayley, and Bayley should be returning at any time. Just wasn't this show. Next up, we had the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Solo Sikoa versus LA Knight versus Penta versus Seth Rollins versus Andrade versus El Grande Americano. Michael Cole was going crazy saying Americano was pulling double duty and talked about how Chad Gable had the same arm bandaged up as Americano.
Alright, so Let's go into Steven Larson, going in Raw.
I love it. Even if, and you know what? We love Sean. He does great work over there, so I'm not, we're not talking shit. PW Insider, they do good work. There's things that they have reported that clearly panned out the way they did. All the talent believed Naomi was going to win. That was reported, and she did, right? The fact that WWE, if what they're saying is true, was able to keep this a wrap for 72 hours, I fucking love it. Good job. Well done. That's how it should go. Mm-hmm. Whether you're working us, whether you're able to keep a secret, whatever the case may be, the fact that we got an actual surprise every time they're able to pull that off, I think is awesome, and I love it. We talked about Seth Rollins. We'll talk about Naomi and how awesome that is in just a moment here, but we also have some sponsors for the show today, so let me go ahead and pull up. There we go. I got it.
Just like, hey, come do an angle before you leave, which, again, I don't know what his contract status of is on here right now. But, I mean, they're advertising new merch for him, so there's that. But you want him on your team. You want R-Truth on your staff, in your locker room. You absolutely want R-Truth as a part of your company. And there is not much of a situation where I think that the company is better off without R-Truth than with R-Truth, because he is somebody that everybody loves, and I do mean everybody loves. It's one of those things. I was shocked when they announced, or when he announced rather, that he was going to go. But we are going to get more details on that. I'm going to get a lot more reactions as the show goes on. Let's talk about the show. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Naomi was the MyBookie AG favorite. Use that code FIGHTFUL, and that's who we picked as well. I've been saying it for the last week. I was leaning. I picked Naomi. I was like, maybe Stephanie, but I thought this was good stuff. I honestly enjoyed about everything on this show, and I think that right now WWE has a real opportunity with their women's division. With the women's division right now,
We actually could be setting up R-Truth and Cody Rhodes against John Cena. They could be doing a triple threat match because, R-Truth clearly going to be on SmackDown, and clearly pretty sure we're going to see John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and R-Truth in the same ring. We might look at a triple threat match. It is a possibility. So that's what we might look at here. Alright, hold on. Here's Joe Cronin.
I thought everything was great today, minus Seth winning Worlds Collides was very fun.
Yeah, Mr. Iguana is going to be over. Is probably going to get over. Let's be honest. Mr. Iguana. How about Conan on commentary earlier today? I watched some of the show earlier today from Worlds Collide, and I couldn't focus on it because Conan was like on crack. Like, I love that Conan was like, this is amazing. This is
Buckets with 100 bits who says, it being a work has legs. The amount of stars that reacted to his release, like Rhea, the amount of info about it, the no truth shirt rumors, John reacting to the chants. I don't know. There's a possibility it was a work. I'm so sorry. That's insane. John, who says first Ron promo should be, oh, I wasn't re-signed. My bad. Chopper Charles says, did they resign Little Jimmy? Now you're asking the real questions. Christian says, do you think that Mr. Iguana will be booked more after today?
She was really cool people, and we really thank her. We would love to have her on the show again. So this will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. This is set to premiere tomorrow at 2 p.m., meaning a premiere will be in the chat. We'll be able to communicate with you all.
Champion Jey Uso.
Oh, you gotta, a little bit more. The American Nightmare!
I don't know that I look at it all of it as like the worst though either, because if he was genuinely released, they brought him back, and that's his coworkers really happy that he's back.
Guys, I gotta ask, Jay, you're not at 100%. I want to talk to you about that here in a moment, but I just gotta ask both of you initial thoughts now that the dust has settled. Our truth returning during that main event matchup. We want truth. We want truth.
They liked it. They liked it.
You got truth.
You did.
Got truth. We got truth now. Cody, let's go to you, man.
I will say, he asked the big question out of the gate. The truth is, you guys wanted truth.
Now let's go to Issa. Hold on to the commercial.
What? Becky and Triple H?
So I get the all watching the press conference. Let's go to Good Mind Work Commentaries, another great podcaster.
They want Rollins to win the championship. You know, I felt like it would just be just as effective just to give him a title shot and have Reed and Breaker help him win. That's all you need to do. But instead, he's probably going to bide his time and cash in on a prone champion. But like I said, he's already been World Heavyweight Champion. You know, why wouldn't he hold on to that thing and cash in on Cena or cash in on Cody? I would like to see that. I would prefer to see that, actually. I would like to see Rollins cash in on Cody right after Cody beats Cena. I think that would be fun. But we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. As we stand right now, I personally do not believe that it's going to happen on Monday night. But I could be wrong. Cash-ins on Raws are fun. Oh, okay. Ryan Cathy is crying on the post show about Truth being back. Well, there's probably a lot of people super happy that he's back. He was so well liked in that locker room. You saw Talent. Talent was tweeting. They were pissed because he's their friend. So I'm sure there's a lot of people who are very, very happy about him being back. He deserves to be back. He never really deserved to have that happen to him. You know, they should have kept him around because he still offers things. I'm not against releasing people or cutting their contracts if they've been benched and we haven't seen them in 8 months. Fans don't give a shit about them. You know, Talent is indifferent. You know, they don't do anything for you. You know, but Truth, even at his age, is still contributing. And he's beloved. So I'm glad that WWE thought better of their decision. And maybe there is hope yet. Because I got to tell you, man, it's been really feeling like WWE is... Fans are starting to get turned off from their bullshit, you know? And this was just another thing to add on the pile to where, you know, that's one of the stupidest budget cuts they've ever made, because that budget cut is going to wind up costing you more money by fans who you're turning off to your product by doing shit like this. You're going to lose a lot more money and, you know, and merch and ticket sales from fans who just don't want to spend money on your product anymore because of shit like this. So these type of investments pay off, you know, and it's well worth it for that company to keep R-Truth around at whatever deal you're paying them for. So it'll be interesting to see how that deal came together. Like we said earlier, I guess PW Insider is reporting that it happened over the last 3 days. So we'll probably hear more details on that and exactly how that contract is structured. And now he's back as Ron Killings, which is pretty awesome. Good for R-Truth. Welcome back. And that leaves us with the main event. Speaking of R-Truth, it is Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso taking on John Cena and Logan Paul. This was going to be our tag team match main event. I was only hoping that this match would be better than the King of the Ring in 1995. I was worried that we were going to get a 30-year anniversary nod to that tag team match that closed that night that I think might... Oh, sorry, Tito. Just kicked him in the face. That I think might have been like a DQ, or not a DQ, maybe like a count-out finish. I got a memory of like Sid running away from Diesel because he's a coward. And that's kind of like the end of the match. And I remember that being such a disappointment that year. And I'm like, man, I hope this isn't the same type of thing here. But this match was a little bit better. Although it was really nothing that great in the ring. My God, I had to watch John Cena and Jey Uso try to chain wrestle each other for a couple of minutes. That was rough. Overall, in the ring, nothing was that spectacular except for a couple of Logan Paul moves. The first one is he terribly botches a buckshot lariat, hops over the ropes, and then his knees just buckle and he crumples. Kind of like how CM Punk did that time when he tried it. And I was worried he might have fucked his knees up, but he didn't. It just, he just botched the move. No big deal, right? But he made up for it. He made up for it and then some. Because then we've got Jey Uso, who's taken out on the announce table. I think it was the same spot where he spears Cena. So Cena and Cody are on one table. Cody hops off. Jey comes running from the other table and spearing John Cena. And then they go down. And then Jey winds up on the table. And Logan Paul goes to the middle rope, does a springboard moonsault, and he got so much air. And he lands right on Jey. The table just explodes. Those new announce tables just look brutal. They look so stiff, so hard. Obviously, they're gimmicked. The announce team probably unhooks some sort of latch that makes it break away or whatnot. But the way...
Is private student loan debt wrecking your life? You really need to talk to iRefi.
Damn it, enough with these damn commercials.
Refinances distressed or...
Probably so good. Logan comes with that moonsault, lands on Jey. The table just explodes everywhere. And you think to yourself, shit, there's an opportunity right there for Seth Rollins to come out. And he never did. And then it's, it's Cena and Cody. Cena's got the belt, I believe, right? And he's going to go kind of for like maybe a repeat finish of what we saw at WrestleMania. And that's when we see a hooded figure appear. And usually hooded figures are bad guys. This hooded figure doesn't attack Cody. He attacks Cena. And from the minute he gets to the ring, his shirt comes up a little bit off his pants, and you can see it's a black guy. And I'm like, it's truth. It's truth. It's truth. Who can it be? It has to be truth. So, if I wouldn't have seen that, I would have been like, who the fuck is this? But you knew it. You knew it was truth. And sure enough, he takes off his hood, reveals that it's Ron Killings. Fans go ape shit. Everybody's happy. We marked out here on the watch along, and he nails John Cena. He attacks John Cena. I think he hits him with the belt or something maybe, but he puts down John Cena, and Cody Rhodes hits Cena then with the crossroads, gets the win, and R-Truth is back. And like I said, it felt like the minute that happened, one of the things we were seeing the most of on social media is, it was a work. I'm like, it's not a work. It is not a work. Tito, you all right over there, buddy? It's not. He was legit. They wouldn't release him on the same day as Carlito, and then like the day before Sarah Logan, and be like, oh no, but his was a work? That's really shitty. They would not do that. I don't think they're going to do that. It's not a good idea to do that. I feel like this is a situation just like Matt Hardy, when he got mixed up, or when he was the victim really in that Edge and Lita triangle, and WWE let him go just to kind of keep the peace, and the fans flipped the fuck out to the point where WWE had to bring Matt back. Daniel Bryan famously, in that Nexus angle, choked out Justin Roberts, but they have that stupid no choking policy after the Benoit murders, and it got him released. They fired him, and the fans are like, that's idiotic. That's fucking stupid. And WWE realized, oh yeah, I guess we can be fucking idiots sometimes, and they brought him back. And I feel like this is the same thing. Today, the Worlds Collide show was on YouTube, the entire YouTube chat. We want truth, we want truth, we want truth. Even earlier on in the pay-per-view, I made mention of one of the We Want Truth signs in the crowd. It looked like one of the signs that WWE passes out. Now, I'm not saying they do, but remember the Cesaro section signs, and what's another sign that they pass out to fans? And then you hold it up. It was kind of written in that same type of font. And I'm like, yeah, the fan could have easily made that himself, but it looked like a sign that WWE would make and hand out to fans. And it was right smack dab dead center on the hard cam for most of the night. And I'm like, but I still wasn't thinking that truth was going to come back. I was just thinking like, wow, WWE can't avoid all this We Want Truth stuff. Maybe they were actually happy it was happening, and they weren't suppressing the signs, and they weren't taking them away, and they were letting the fans express themselves. And there wasn't somebody in the chat trying to delete all of the We Want Truth comments and whatnot. So they heard the fans, and they responded. And I think that does supply us as an audience with a glimmer of hope. Because TKO, they're going to come across as just evil sons of bitches. You know, some of those things they've just been doing and saying, and you know how fucking greedy they are, how they just tout all these record-breaking profits they're making, and they have to cut R-Truth for budget cuts. Fuck all the way off with that. So at least there's a glimmer of hope that when it comes to, you know, who you're going to cut and what, you know, what budget slashing you're going to do, maybe think it through a little bit more this time. And the fact that WWE didn't resent the fans, because that's what I was expecting. With the fans saying, we want truth, and belly aching and complaining about him being released, all I thought that was going to do is annoy Triple H. All I thought that was going to do was just make him detest us more than he already does. He does not like the fans. He does not like us. I hate to tell you. I mean, we're responsible for him making a living, but he doesn't want anything to do with us. I can kind of get that. I really enjoy the restaurant business, but sometimes I really hate the customers. So I guess I sort of understand that mentality. But Triple H does not like the fans. And I thought with the fans making enough noise about R-Truth, all that was going to do is make him more, you know, just disgusted with us. Fuck them, it's business, you know, that type of thing. So the fact that WWE heard the audience and they reacted, that's a promising sign. You know, still not ideal that R-Truth was really let go to begin with, but the fact that they kind of made it right for the audience, made it right for him, that's awesome. And apparently there are also Ron Killings merch already up on WWE Shop, so he might be known as Ron Killings from now on. Thank you for the 5, the new one. I realized it was truth once I saw black skin. I know my black people. Yeah, when he got in the ring, his shirt was just hiked up a bit, so I could see. I'm like, oh. I was like, that's truth. It definitely ain't Santino Marella. That is R-Truth for sure. Juliet's reporting that Mark Kerr is going into the UFC Hall of Fame in July. Right on. Good for him.
All right, now let's go into JD from New York.
JD, you work here? Bro, kid. Every suit for every athlete, only at Dick's.
Here, look.
I'm going fishing.
It's gonna be the best vacation ever.
Right.
All right, let's go into Just Alex. They're still getting ready for their live streams, so it's gonna take a while here. Alright, hold on a second. Hope this ain't taking too long. Alright, come on. Alright, hold on. Alright, now let's get into R2 returns. Alright, now let's get into this.
Because I'm thirsty. And I gotta talk pro wrestling. We're going to the beer garden. When I get there on this Saturday night, I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
Now let's see what Fightful had to say. Sean, what's that?
Somebody sent me a message from someone in the business that thought it was a work, and said, so-and-so is so fucking dumb. And now I'm getting screenshots of people like having conversations with Truth about booking him out when he was available. Insanity. They saw the backlash and changed their tune. I'm surprised. These are all people in the industry or in the company, by the way. Brian more or less says if Naomi cashes in on Tiffany, I need a triple threat against Jade and Bianca at SummerSlam. That could be.
We've been doing a lot of events, doing record business. I want to say tonight was the 28th or 29th sellout in the last 6 months.
I think it's almost over here.
My brother, and one night there was only a crowd of about 700 people. We were in Innsbruck, Austria. And we came up with this thing, FS, the Royal Rumble, who beat John Cena. True. Gunther Monday don't stand a chance against the World Heavyweight Champion.
Cody, I gotta give it up. No, he's with attitude. Liv Morgan taking in the show, but that was not enough. With Liv Morgan by.
Just a surprise. It was
To the stage very soon. But look, that is exactly who you have been matchup, and this is just some of the Olympics, Super Bowls, all that. You guys are really.
Okay, so who else is on here? Alright. Oh wait, hold on. See if he's on it now.
What up, man? What a night. What a day for professional wrestling, man. We had Worlds Collide at 3 p.m. That was a great show. What a fun 2.5 hours, man, with a fucking great main event. With Vikingo and Shad Gable going one-on-one for the AAA Mega Championship. Excellent stuff there. We got some great matches on the undercard. The ladies showed up. Mr. Iguana showed up. Mr. Iguana won over the hearts of many. So many that WWE's already got official merchandise for Mr. Iguana, man. It's unbelievable. People are already calling for his entry in the Royal Rumble. Good old Mr. Iguana, man. Mr. Iguana for the WrestleMania main event. No, I kid. Man, what a night this was. You know, I could sit here and talk about Seth Rollins and him winning the Money in the Bank and why it wasn't LA Knight and Naomi winning the women's Money in the Bank and why people are upset that it wasn't Roxanne Perez or Rhea Ripley. Becky Lynch and Lyra had a banger. Dominic Mysterio defended the Intercontinental Championship against Octagon Jr. Everybody's talking about the main event. Not for the actual match, which did get a little bit better as we got down the stretch. The last 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes were really, really good. Everybody's talking about the main event, and everybody's talking about what happened right before the final bell rung. R-Truth is back in the WWE. He's no longer R-Truth. He's now Ron Killings. WWE has already tweeted out via their official WWE Shop X account new Ron Killings merchandise, which is now on sale for a whopping $44.95, minus the shipping and taxes, which will probably run you about $60 for a new Ron Killings t-shirt. And it will sell. Believe me, it will sell. I don't know why we are getting Ron Killings and not R-Truth. Let the conspiracy theories begin. But R-Truth is back. Ron Killings is back in the WWE. People are already questioning, is it a work? Is it a work, JD? Is it a work? Did they troll us? Did they troll the internet wrestling community? Did they pull a fast one on us? Did they fool us? Did they work the sheets? No. No, folks, we didn't get worked. We did not get worked. This was picked up by every major news source that is known to the internet. It wasn't a work. It wasn't a work. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that everything you see is a fucking work. I don't know why you would want it to be a work. That's the better question. Why do you want it to be a work? Why do you want to be worked? I don't look at it that way. If it's a work, I think it's a bad work. If it's a work, it's poor. I don't want it to be a work. It's not a work, but I wouldn't want it to be a work. Do you want to know why I don't want it to be a work? Because we, the people, spoke up, let our voices be heard, and they fucking did something about it. That locker room did something about it. Everybody that chipped in, chimed in, made a video, made a tweet, made a hashtag, you were part of change. You made this happen. So why are you sitting there yelling in my chat, oh, it's a work, oh, we were worked, oh, it was a work? No, motherfucker, it wasn't a fucking work, and I don't really know why you would want it to be one. It's fucking ridiculous. Triple H is gonna tell you it's a work. It's not a work. It wasn't a work. It didn't start out as a work. It did end as a work. It's not going to continue on as some big fucking master plan. Ron Killings was told he was not being brought back. That's it. That's it. They brought him back because of variables and reasons that clearly some of you don't understand. Triple H is lying to you. I mean, you gotta be a gullible motherfucker if you think Triple H is telling you the truth, man. Holy shit. Are you that fucking stupid? You're gonna believe a pro wrestling promoter in 2025 about what he just told you on a fucking obviously scripted post-show media scrum? Give me a fucking break, man. How fucking dumb are you, man? Holy shit. It's not a work. You made the change. You brought him back. The entire fucking roster tweeted out about R-Truth. WWE doesn't have the fucking backbone to do something like that and make it into a fucking work. He was given his walking papers. That's it. All you need to do is listen to every show on WWE television this week. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth. Go into the chat room during Worlds Collide. People were legitimately spamming WWE. There were nearly 500,000 live viewers watching here in the United States with people spamming, we want truth. We want truth chants at the Kia Forum. We want truth chants tonight at Money in the Bank during the main event. Loudest truth chants we got all night, being that the last time we seen R-Truth was in a match with John Cena in the more important role. He did wrestle JC Mateo, but that was the last big moment that they gave him. It wasn't a work. WWE, they realized that they fucked up. And it's not often that they realize that they fuck up. Even today, even in this administration, they don't admit wrong. It's one of the things that's a major turnoff about any pro wrestling company. AEW does it. They're never wrong about anything. Meanwhile, I can pinpoint fucking this, that. on their television show. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's bad. Oh, this sucks. This, that. They don't admit anything. Everything's great. WWE never admits that they're wrong because they don't like to look bad. Nobody likes to look bad. But after all the videos that I listened to and all the podcasts that I listened to talking about this one specific situation with R-Truth, everybody uttered the same thing. How do you let someone like that go who has been fucking loyal to you down to the very last fucking T?
You know, to be honest, I didn't feel
Damn it, another goddamn commercial.
Discharge paperwork that's like an inch thick, gives me all of his prescriptions.
Oh, come on
I'm
now.
also handing a rescue medication.
God damn, I can't even skip it.
I never even considered.
Firing R-Truth and then be comfortable about working there. This entire administration built their reputation on trust. And they flushed that trust down the fucking toilet when they let this guy walk. Nobody's safe after that. Is that the kind of working environment you want? I know that's not the kind of environment I want to work in. The only people that would be safe are the usuals. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, John Cena, Seth Rollins. Who's safe? Unless you're a guaranteed already in the Hall of Famer. Your job is in jeopardy. Is that the type of fucking mentality? Is that the type of environment you want in the WWE locker room? Not only that, it made Triple H look bad because he's gonna take the heat for it. Triple H can't handle any more fucking heat, bro. He can't handle any more heat. Everything that's going wrong, he's getting the blame for it, and rightfully so. He had to deal with the Rock situation going into WrestleMania. He had to deal with John Cena's fucking terrible heel turn. The turn wasn't. The turn was great. The heel run has been fucking terrible. The creative has been awful. These shows have been fucking piss poor boring. Then you let all these other people go, which reportedly he had a hand in. And then he lets a 17-year veteran in R-Truth go. I don't give a fuck how much time he spent on TV. You rework his contract and you keep him there. Yeah, but they can bring in fucking Nikki Bella from Monday Night Raw tomorrow. You can't keep R-Truth on the fucking roster, but you're bringing in Nikki fucking Bella. Who the fuck asked for Nikki Bella?
I know, right?
This company's making money hand over fist, and you can't rework an R-Truth contract to keep that locker room fucking happy. Then you find out that he's making all this kinds of money with the Ron Cena t-shirt. It was the #1 selling t-shirt on WWE Shop. Did TKO know that before they let him go? Then they bring him back, they change his name, they give him new merchandise, they upcharge the fuck out of it. It's like fucking 20% more expensive than every other fucking shirt on there. And now they're gonna fucking suck you dry because you wanted R-Truth back. You want him back? Here you go. Now you can buy his t-shirt for fucking $60 with shipping and taxes. They're gonna bleed him dry. That's what they're gonna do. They finally listened. They finally listened. You, as a fan, under no circumstances, should be sitting in my chat room or any chat room or on social media on any fucking platform crying that it was a work. Oh, they were worked. Oh, Sapp was worked. Oh, Alvarez and Meltzer were worked. Oh, JD was worked. No, you're a fucking idiot, and you should go find work and get out of your mother's fucking basement, you fucking brainless hack. Why would you want it to be a work? In a day and age where pro wrestling in 2025 is the utter fucking shit, it's the shits. It's fucking terrible. Everything about pro wrestling in the United States this year is fucking boring. Everything fucking sucks.
then they do this. All they want is this, but then they fire someone like R-Truth. You brought him back. In the sea of negativity in 2025, you were the reason that R-Truth is back in the WWE. So why are you crying that it's a work? You shouldn't want it to be a work. You should be sitting there praying that what you did, the work that you did on social media, the fucking energy you put into those videos, the energy you put into the social media campaigns, they worked. Because you made a multi-billion-dollar company. You made the greediest motherfuckers in the industry bend a knee to you. That's why you shouldn't want it to be a work. You should stand there as a fan and be proud. If you can bring back R-Truth, imagine what else you could do. Tony Khan doesn't listen. Vince McMahon didn't listen. Triple H wants to go on this fucking campaign, sit on his high horse and say everything is fucking great. Oh, just be a fan. Yeah, thanks, bro. We were fans, and we let you have it. We let you fucking have it. Bad. And he bent a knee. Ari Emanuel bent the knee. Nick Khan bent the knee. Mark Shapiro bent the knee. You caved. TKO. It's a work, JD. They work the fence. Keep saying that. The more you say that, the more you are a fucking idiot. R-Truth is back. Where does this go now? You want R-Truth back? I asked. Everybody asked. We talked about it on Tuesday with the Solid Monster. We went into a deep discussion. He went into it. I went into it. I did a fucking 30-minute video on my own, asking the same questions. If you were going to let R-Truth walk and you knew you were going to let this guy go, just follow the fucking story about what they did with R-Truth going into Saturday night's main event. They put no effort into it. It's almost as if they gave him a pity match because they knew they were going to let him walk. Just by that alone, just go back and look at that. Oh, it was a work. No, it wasn't. They did nothing. They made that match happen on national television in front of 2 million fucking people, and they put no effort into it. No effort went into it. No story came out of it. R-Truth wrestled JC Mateo on fucking Friday Night SmackDown the next week, and nothing came of it. Nothing. No, but it's a work. They should have given him a send-off. Should have. Should have worked the storyline. John Cena retires R-Truth. He ruins pro wrestling. Even worse. Goodbye, R-Truth. Goodbye. He's on his way out of the WWE. We get the tweet. He leaves. They didn't do none of that. Instead, they gave you nothing. The match ended up being nothing. The follow-up was nothing. He was gone. We rallied as a community, and then they bent a knee. Where does it go now? Our Killings, or our Truth, is no more. Ron Killings is now what we're seeing. Is he going to be a part of this storyline? Clearly, he is. In what capacity? I don't know. He's not going to win the WWE title. Could he aid John Cena in turning back into a babyface? John Cena, he beat R-Truth at Saturday night's main event. Now we got Ron Killings. Is Ron Killings going to come back and give us the old John Cena? Are we just going to role reverse here? I don't know. Is he going to help Cody win the WWE title back? Does Cody now have backup in Ron Killings? We don't know. Is Ron Killings even with the WWE? We don't know. We could sit here and fucking conspiracy theory all we want. He showed up at Money in the Bank, but who's to say he's even signed with the company? Who's to say that he didn't sign a contract with TNA? And that he's back on WWE television because of the WWE TNA partnership? That could also be a possibility. Oh, but why would they be selling Ron Killings merchandise? I mean, they got Mr. Iguana fucking merchandise. He's not with the company either. It's with AAA. And they're a partner with WWE. It would be no different if R-Truth Or Ron Killings is with TNA and they're selling Ron Killings merchandise on WWE Shop. Could be the same deal. We don't know. Or it could just simply be R-Truth was fired or released, not given a contract extension, and he wanted to come back and do more. And they negotiated a new contract with that in the contract. I don't want to dance. I don't want to rap. I don't want to sing. I don't want to be a comedy guy. I want to be back and make a difference. I don't have a lot longer left to do this. I want to make a difference. And maybe they gave him just a little bit of what he wanted, which they should have gave him in the first place, and that tweet he put out, which went viral everywhere, should have never been made.
Yeah.
Again, I reiterate, you should not be in my chat saying it's a work. You don't need it to be a work. You don't want it to be a work. You want it to be the fans revolted, came together, and made a multi-billion-dollar company fold. It's not going to happen all the time. We might not see another instance like this in another 5-10 years. But we did it. And R-Truth deserves it. Ron Killings deserves it. I don't give a shit how old he is. 53 years old? When you got a guy that valuable to everybody else in that locker room, even though he has a lesser role on television, you don't let someone like that go. You don't. These companies don't put a price on loyalty. They don't. They find it to be something that they can easily get rid of with no regret. Loyalty in any part of life is hugely important. Loyalty goes a long way. You want people who will be loyal to your company. You want people that will be loyal to you in life. I don't understand why this is so disregarded in all circles, no matter where you go. TKO clearly told you what was more valuable, money over loyalty. The fans told you, I don't give a fuck about your money. I don't give a fuck about your record numbers. I don't give a fuck about your fucking WrestleMania record-setting numbers. We don't care.
Hold on a second. Another goddamn commercial. Hold on. Commercial is so annoying. I don't know, I can't skip this.
And he vanished. As quick as you could blink, he was gone. Not given a proper send-off, not given anything, a thank you, or anything. Goodbye. Not a work. You made the change. Keep it that way. Let's work on what else we want back. Maybe if we were more vocal with our wallets and more vocal about the fucking boring shows that we're getting, maybe Triple H will do something about that next. Maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my goodness, Zeno Zero with a $100 super chat.
Yeah.
JD, let me get an order of fries with the spicy OTS sauce. Wanted LA Knight to win, but I wasn't surprised Seth won. At least Naomi got the W. They got something there with her. Don't blow it. Triple H. Oh my goodness.
And of course, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Zeno, thank you, brother. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your generosity tonight on the Money in the Bank stream. There's a chat here from Real Shift. Chat message from Real Shift in the chat. Nobody listens to the IWC stop. Oh, yeah? That's why Triple H has about 9 burners. Nobody listens to the IWC? Sure thing, guy. What are you, new here? They listen. They absolutely listen. When things go wrong, where do you think they go first? The IWC.
And they will deny it every single time because to them it's lowbrow. To them we're nothing. To them we're peons. But they listen. They look. If they didn't give a shit about social media, then they wouldn't be plugging social media all over their shows. Numbers and analytics and fucking hashtags for you to go out there and use. They look at it all. They hire people to go look at fucking social media. Of course they give a shit about social media. Give me a fucking break. The other big thing that happened on this show tonight was Seth Rollins and Naomi. Those are the respective winners for Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins wins what I thought was a great men's Money in the Bank. Was it the best men's Money in the Bank that we've gotten? No. But I was thoroughly entertained. That was a great match. I know a lot of people. Oh, well, they got all these advertisements, JD, from them. 206. They got Fireball on the ladder, JD. They got Cash App on the briefcase, JD, from NY206. That's great. The quicker you understand why they're doing it and the quicker you ignore it, the easier it is to watch. I don't give a fuck. Throw a sponsor logo on the screen. I don't give a shit. Just give me a good pro wrestling match that I'm gonna sit there and get lost in for 30 fucking minutes. You got it? The fuck you complaining about? I wish I was so fucking lucky to have a couple of sponsor ads on my stream, on my backdrop. If I had somebody to pay me to put a fucking Fireball logo in the venue here, I absolutely would do it. I don't care. It's not gonna take away my enjoyment of the wrestling match. Is it cringy? Do they overdo it? Sure. Take it up with the fucking suits and ties who dream about money 24/7. Just give me a good show and a good match. I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't care. Your beloved AEW's got DraftKings on the fucking turnbuckles, and I drink IQ, whatever the fuck that drink is, some lowbrow energy drink, thinking that they got Prime Energy on their fucking turnbuckle. They do it. So what? The world is revolving around how much money one business makes. They do it. And they're going to continue to do it. And don't be surprised when you see sponsorships on the wrestler's gear next. Next thing you see, you're going to see fucking Seth Rollins come out with a Dude Wipes logo on his knee pad. The men's Money in the Bank ladder match was great. Was it overbooked? Sure. Was there a lot of quote-unquote sleeping spots? Yes. It's one of my pet peeves. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. The obligatory sleeping spot is way overdone. I get why they do it. They need to have 6 people in these ladder matches, and then, there's a big spot going on, and 4 other people are sleeping on the outside waiting for their cue to get back into the ring, only to go back out there and sleep again for another fucking 5 minutes. It happens. It's one of my pet peeves. Just like when someone comes out to interfere, we gotta hear their fucking theme music. Just come out, bro. You don't need a theme music to come out and interfere in a segment. I know a lot of people, including myself, including the Solid Monster, we talked about it on TNT, we were pushing for LA Knight for multiple reasons. A, it would fuck up the system. This show needs something major to happen, unpredictable to happen. It needs a shot of adrenaline. It needs something wild and wacky to happen to elicit some excitement. That could have been it. That could have been it. It wasn't. They didn't go that route. We also said that LA Knight winning the briefcase could very well get him on Monday night if he opts to cash in for the World's Heavyweight Championship and not the WWE title, which would also be something he needs. He needs desperately a change of scenery. He needs to get off Friday night. These 2 reasons were more than enough to give LA Knight the win. More than enough. They didn't do it. They teased it. They gave you a couple of hope spots, but
3 years in a row, he yields 0 results. He's 0 for 3. He's worse than the Braves. They can't seemingly get a fucking win anymore. Acuna's back and they're fucking worse somehow. LA Knight was obviously the sentimental favorite. Plus the show being in Los Angeles, I mean, the roof would have caved in if he won. But I get why they went with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins equals common sense. Seth Rollins equals moving forward, progression. Seth Rollins equals safe. He's the safe choice. They didn't want to deviate away from their plan. But the thing is, you know, us as a fan base, we see that there are other things going around that could get Seth Rollins a World Heavyweight Championship. Rollins is the #1 heel with the #1 heel faction in the company right now. He can do whatever he wants to get a championship match. He doesn't need the money in the bank. He doesn't need it. All he's got to do is snap his fingers and he's got a championship match. He could have easily won the King of the Ring. He could have easily won the King of the Ring, went to SummerSlam, challenged Uso, and won the championship. Rollins won the briefcase, and I'm hoping that he cashes in almost immediately, and I'm talking Monday night immediately. I would have had him cash in tonight. I thought they would. And we got Ron Killings. Then we got Ron Killings, and then we understood why Rollins didn't cash in. But Monday night, there's a high probability that we could be seeing a new World Heavyweight Champion. With Rollins pinning Uso. Gunther, that's the easiest out. It's the easiest out. Gunther's not going to win the World Heavyweight Championship if he's rumored to be wrestling Goldberg at Saturday night's main event. It's not going to happen. Gunther's not going to lose to Jey Uso 2 times in a row. That's just absolutely fucking brain-dead stupidity. That is creative malpractice fucking times 1,000. It's not going to happen. We have a high probability of that match becoming a triple threat match with Rollins pinning Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Goodbye, briefcase. He goes into Night of Champions as the World Heavyweight Champion. So, if they are going to do that and forward the story for the World Heavyweight Championship, great. He was the safe choice, he was the logical choice, he was the one that made the most sense. Rollins equals progression. There was nobody else in that match that would have even made sense outside of an LA Knight. Solo Sikoa, nobody wanted to see him. We all factored Jacob Fatu into him not winning because of what we saw on Friday night. Andrade, no. Penta, no. Grande Americano was a sentimental favorite. That would have been funny. No, it's not what the World Championship needs. The World Championship doesn't need funny. And no, him winning the briefcase should not mean he gets to cash in on an Intercontinental title or a AAA Mega Championship at Triple Mania. No. Now, the briefcase is for the World Heavyweight title. Otherwise, you kill the concept, and if you kill the concept, there's no reason to keep the concept. It was Rollins or Knight. They went with Rollins because it made the most sense. They didn't want to go with LA Knight because maybe they don't like LA Knight. Maybe they don't see LA Knight as a world champion. Maybe it's not LA Knight's time. Maybe they have bigger plans for LA Knight. I don't fucking know. LA Knight would have equaled change. They stuck to their guns. They're going with Rollins. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Don't twist me and mix up my words. I don't hate it. I just want different. We need to go to the bar and just immediately when we get there, before we actually order a drink, down a shot. That's what we need. We need something. We need to get the blood going. WWE doesn't know how to do it.
I'm Ju. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Hero Cosmetics, and I founded the viral MITB patch. I was living in Korea from 2012 to 2014, and I was just breaking out all the time. I was shocked to find out that people
need to get... No, we need to fuck things up a little bit. They don't know how to fuck things up anymore. Naomi. She won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Seen some people telling me on social media this was not the right call. I don't know what the fuck people are watching. I really don't. If you thought Naomi wasn't the right call, I don't know what the fuck you're watching, and I don't know where your WWE keen sense is. Who else was going to win this match that made sense? Who? Julia? Do you watch the TV show? No. No, nobody else in this match outside of Roxanne Perez made sense. You could say, yeah, Alexa Bliss, or yeah, give it to Rhea, which would have melted social media. They don't pay attention to social media. If Rhea Ripley won the Money in the Bank briefcase, I guarantee you Rhea Ripley would be the first to come out and blast the fan base. They don't pay attention to social media, sure thing. Naomi was the right choice. She's got the biggest story out of all these women. The one story that's played out longest out of all these women on WWE television. Now she's the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. She is a perfect heel to go against Tiffany Stratton and tease that cash in. Meanwhile, she's got Bianca, she's got Jade, and that story. We don't know how that's going to end up. We don't know which direction that's going to end up in. And here's the kicker, folks. Naomi, out of everybody, deserves it. She deserves it. She's been there the longest. She's had to scratch and claw and go through bullshit to get where she is. Yet you wanted to deny her again. Nobody else made sense. Stephanie Vaquer is going to be a world champion with or without the briefcase. Rhea Ripley? No. She is the most over female in the world. She is not someone who needs the briefcase. Julia is targeting Zelina Vega and the United States title. Alexa Bliss is old guard. And Roxanne Perez was the only other woman I would have even given a shot to because of her age and how great she is. At 23 years old. No. You're not going to give it to Roxanne over someone in Naomi who's been there forever. Roxanne Perez is going to be in multiple Money in the Bank matches in her career, and she will probably win it at least twice. No surprise there. So I don't really understand what the problem is. The men's match was very good. Overbooked. It was absolutely over fucking booked. The women's match, I don't want to sit here and tell you it was a bad match. It wasn't necessarily good either. You talk about playing it safe. It's almost as if nobody in the match wanted to take a bump, or whoever produced this match was afraid of letting these women take bumps.
Exactly.
It was the most uncreative women's ladder match we've gotten in recent memory, and there have only been 8 women's Money in the Bank ladder matches.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything innovative. They didn't do anything that was overly crazy. There was no risks. There was no car crash. I remember last year's being a fucking great car crash. It's almost as if they got cold feet looking back at last year and didn't want to repeat what happened last year this year. It resulted in a less than stellar women's ladder match, though the field of 6 probably was the most talented field that the match has ever had. Naomi is 37. I don't see her beating Tiffany Stratton unless Tiffany gets injured. Are we seriously in the chat claiming that 37 years old is old now? Are we honestly claiming that 37 years old is old now? Are pro wrestling fans this cooked? It's almost like everybody in the pro wrestling space is born in Raccoon City and they've developed the fucking T virus, bro. It's like you're slowly becoming brain rot every single week. 37 years old is old now? Naomi doesn't deserve it because she's 37 years old. I think I've heard everything. should wrap up my channel, man. I'm too old to be talking about pro wrestling, man. Let's call it a day, man. We had a successful run. Let me get out of here, man. I'll just hit my #1 fucking spot with 5,400 fucking people in here. More than anybody else in the fucking community. Yeah, let me hang it up, bro. We'll just pass all of our viewers on to the next schmuck. You fucking kidding me? These new fans are fucking retarded, bro. You're a fucking retard, bro. Get out of my chat. 37 years old. The fuck is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. We're gonna do our best to talk about this show tonight, man. Those are the big happenings tonight. I appreciate you guys joining me here on the Money in the Bank post show. Right here on Off the Script. We got 5,400 people in here.
Alright, I think I'm going to end the video. I think I made it long enough. I don't want to make it too long. That was Money in the Bank. And I talked about World Collide. Pretty sure that's it. I don't see no one else here. We don't have Solomon too, because I think he has to do the House of Glory show, I think. Denise Salcedo, she was at the pay-per-view, so she might do it like tomorrow. But anyway, I just want to say thank you for watching, thank you for all the support. Hit that like button, leave a comment, please subscribe to my channel. Let me know y'all want to see more. I will continue to do live streams on my PS4 because it seems a lot more easier. So, yeah. There's no more live streams. I think there's like 3 more left. Here's Jeff Allen.
At Harbor Freight, all our hand tools get a lifetime warranty because they're engineered to last a lifetime. A lifetime.
Messed up spot. A messed up moment in this match. So, honestly, I'll be real with you. I'd rather it be done this way. I'd rather they take their time, get into the spot, and then hit it correctly, than rush, mess up, and then injure themselves. You get what I mean? So, overall, awesome match. Crazy spots. Let me see which ones stick out to me. Oh, shoot, all of them. Roxanne
to get the belt onto him, and do they want to wait that long? So, Cena and Cody, could you see it? 3 weeks is a very short amount of time, but after tonight's finish, I mean, that's where you have to be going at one of these shows.
Yeah, it almost seems like they're rushing that so much that I could certainly see.
I'll be honest, this is the match where I was kind of like eating and giving kids food and doing things, but I did like the match. I really did, so it was good. So it's probably better.
It was really good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I honestly forgot, but I watched the match. There was, okay, so listen, a pretty good percentage of the show, I think, didn't have interference. Just like what? Two matches? Anything on why Nikki's return wasn't kept a surprise? All I can do is like have a theory here. Oh, Liv got involved.
I want to run something by you guys before we get to the breakdown of Money in the Bank. I did watch Worlds Collide. I had a great fucking time. Great fucking time. Shout out to Worlds Collide. Worlds Collide was awesome. I am thinking about doing a separate pre-recorded review, maybe like 25 minutes or so, on Worlds Collide. I think I'll upload that tomorrow. Would you guys be interested in something like that to hear my thoughts on Worlds Collide? Let me know. Let me know. People were asking me, JD, you gonna do live reactions? No, I can't. Live reactions aren't really my cup of coffee, bro. They're not.
I feel empty when I do live reactions. So I wasn't going to do a lot of reactions. I wasn't also going to go live because while I was live, then we would start Money in the Bank, and I don't want to bleed into the Money in the Bank show. So I just may do a pre-recorded thoughts video on World's Collide. Okay, there's a lot of yeses. I don't even know why I ask. I can sit here and tell you guys, should I take a dump right now? Can I get up and go to the bathroom and go take a shit? Yeah, go ahead, Jay, go, whatever, man. Just put on some music, man. We'll be fine. I don't even know why I ask. Money in the Bank. We start with the women. Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vaquer, Roxanne Perez, Naomi, Julia, and Alexa Bliss. Stephanie wrestled on Monday. She wrestled on Friday. She wrestled at Worlds Collide. And she wrestled tonight at Money in the Bank. We saw Stephanie wrestle 3 times in less than 24 hours, 4 times this week. Does anybody have a problem with that? Sidro, do you have a problem with that, bro? No, Sidro does not have a problem seeing Stephanie Vaquer wrestle 4 times. 4 times, right? No. Nobody should have a problem. In fact, I'm like the meme that you see on social media. Please, sir, can I have some more? More porridge, please. No, nobody should be upset. Okay? Fucking break. Ridiculous. Oh, well, she's being overexposed, shaking from him to her sex. Sure. Rhea Ripley has never competed in a ladder match. Ever. Apparently. Is this the first time Rhea Ripley's competed in a ladder match? Stephanie Vaquer is... How many people have held the NXT North American title and the women's title simultaneously? She's the only one, right? I tried to jot down these factoids that Michael Cole shot at us. Roxanne Perez won Female Superstar of the Year. Yeah, go Google it. You can't use my line against me, okay? You can't use it. Naomi, you guys know her resume. Multi-time champion. Julia, she just made it to Friday Night SmackDown. And Alexa Bliss, she got Lily the Doll. That's what she's known for. So we got Wade Barrett, Michael Cole, and Pat McAfee on commentary. The bell rings here. All 6 women are staring each other down. Everybody goes at each other. We had, at one point in this match, we had the old guard versus the new guard. Or the new school. The old versus the current.
I'm going to have to end the video. I think I made this long enough. Like I said, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. I'll be back with more.
Early on here, Vaquer, Julia, and Perez exited the ring. Because the veterans had the upper hand. Naomi introduced the first ladder.
I'm going to stop the video.